In the 43 years I've been born, I have never really taken the time to watch much of the works of George A. Romero. I've seen maybe one or two of his works, but the one of his early films I hadn't until just now, and I'm going to review it. So prepare yourselves as I review the original Night of the Living Dead. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Duane, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1968 horror classic Night of the Living Dead, released by Continental Distributing, produced by Image 10, directed, photographed, and edited by George A. Romero, from a story he co-wrote with John Russo, and produced by Russell Streiner and Carl Hardman, starring Duane Jones and Judith. Now, this is a film that introduced the flesh-eating ghouls that would become synonymous with the term zombie. And the story follows 7 people trapped in a farmhouse in rural Pennsylvania under assault by reanimated corpses. Well, I gotta say, this was just so shocking, what have you. Kind of a little strange that in ways, but it was pretty good though. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get into our story. Siblings Barbara and Johnny drive to a cemetery in rural Pennsylvania to visit their father's grave, where a pale man in a tattered suit kills Johnny and attacks Barbara. She flees to a nearby farmhouse but finds the resident's corpse lying half eaten on the stairs. A growing horde of ghouls soon surround the house as a stranger Ben arrives and initially mistakes Barbara for the homeowner. After driving back several ghouls, he boards the windows and doors. While searching the home for supplies, he locates a lever-action rifle. A nearly cat-eyed Barbara is surprised to find people already taking shelter in the home cellar. Harry, his wife Helen, and their young daughter Karen fled there after a group of the same monsters overturned their car and bit Karen on the arm, leaving her seriously ill. A couple, Tom and Judy, took shelter after hearing an emergency broadcast about a series of brutal killings. Tom and Ben secure the farmhouse, while Harry protests that it is unsafe above ground before returning to the cellar. Ghouls continue to besiege the farmhouse in increasing numbers. The refugees listen to the radio and television reports of an army of cannibalistic corpses committing mass murder across the east coast of the U.S. and of the posse, excuse me, I'm mispronouncing. I apologize. Posses of armed men patrolling the countryside to exterminate the living dead. Reports confirm that the ghouls can die again from heavy blows to the head, bullets to the brain, or being burned. Various rescue centers offer refuge and safety, and scientists theorize that radiation from an exploding space probe returning from Venus caused reanimations. Ben devises a plan to obtain medical supplies for Karen and transport the group to a rescue center by refueling his truck at a pump on the farm. Ben, Tom, and Judy drive there together, holding the ghouls off with torches and Molotov cocktails. However, the gas from the pump spills and causes the truck to catch fire and explode, killing Tom and Judy. Ben returns and breaks down the door when Harry does not let him in. Now for the ending, you know the procedure. 5 seconds to sub this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward to the time below. As I count down, if you've seen the movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. The remaining survivors attempt to figure a way out. They pause their discussion to watch a 3 a.m. news update until the power cuts out. The ghouls soon break through the doors and windows of the unlit home. In the chaos, Harry grabs Ben's gun, but is disarmed and shot by Ben. Harry staggers down to the cellar and dies next to his daughter. Karen dies from her injuries, becomes a ghoul, and eats her father's remains. She stabs her mother to death with a masonry trowel. Barbara tries to help Ben keep the ghouls out, but a reanimated Johnny drags her away. As the horde breaks in, Ben takes refuge in the cellar where he shoots Harry's and Helen's ghouls. In that morning, an armed posse arrives to dispatch the remaining ghouls. Awoken by their gunfire and sirens, Ben emerges from the cellar, but they shoot him, mistaking Ben for a ghoul, and his body is thrown onto a bonfire and burned with the rest of the ghouls. End of story. So, what did I think of Night of the Living Dead? Well, I am going to say it's pretty good for one of the first zombie films out there and what have you. Now, I will say this film really got this when it came out, but has since then become, well, a classic in ways. It was it made its premiere in Pittsburgh on October 1st, 1968, until it got released 3 days later. So I'm just a little late for its 55th anniversary. But it's fine, what have you. It was released shortly before the adoption of the MPA's rating system. The film's explicit violence and gore were considered groundbreaking, leading to controversy and negative reviews. But however, it has garnered a cult following and critical acclaim, has appeared on lists of the greatest and most influential films by such outlets as Empire, the New York Times, and Total Film. I agree, it's pretty good and what have you. And not only that, it was frequently identified as a touchstone in the development of the horror genre. Retrospective scholarly analysis has focused on its reflection of the social and cultural changes in the U.S. during the 60s, with particular attention towards the casting of an actual of African American in the lead role, which of course was Duane Jones. Anyway, now there would be it would become a franchise getting two sequels. The first sequel would be Dawn of the Dead, and the other would be Land of the Dead, if I'm not mistaken. Due to an error when titling the original film, it entered the public domain upon release. It's resulted in numerous adaptations, various remakes, and a lasting legacy in the horror genre. Now, there was an official remake that Romero wrote and directed by Tom Savini, who, of course, did makeup effects for Friday the 13th and The Burning, released in 1990. I'm sure a lot of my horror fanatic friends out there in the YouTube environment are probably more into that than this one, but I could be wrong. I don't want to really jump to any, well, just in case. But nevertheless, I feel I feel like this is pretty good in my view. Well, anyway, despite the controversy, one review 5 years after its premiere, someone said it was the most profitable horror film ever produced outside the walls of a major studio. Yes, I will say that this just has so many great reviews. It's 95% on Rotten Tomatoes as well. So that's good too. It has appeared on numerous lists and what have you. It has been released on physical media, even though the film was not copyrighted. It has received hundreds of video releases on VHS, Betamax, DVD, Blu-ray, and other formats. Actually, there's too many and what have you. So anyway, and of course it's streaming as well. You can find it on Tubi. You can find it in black and white. But I watched the special colorized version. Yeah. Anywho, I feel like Night of the Living Dead was a pretty good film. Now, as for our cast, this low budget film included no well known actors, but propelled the careers of some of them. Now, Duane Jones played Ben. Yes, but however, I think he was, well, I had to agree. Well, despite his casting was controversial, but Romero said that he performed the best in his audition. He went on to appear in some other films. Judith O'Day played Barbara, and she wasn't too bad. Carl Hardman played Harry, and Marilyn Eastman performed Helen. See, and Kyra Shan played Karen. For the rest, we have Keith Wayne as Tom and Judith Ridley as Judy. Anyway, now something else I will tell you that um the Latin image, who had recently gained experience creating television commercials, industrial films, as well as segments for TV's Mister Rogers' Neighborhood, led to laying led to the chance for Romero, Russo, and Striner to make a feature film. They decided to do that. But anyway, the film has gone to make 30 million now over these last few years. Now, originally it made 12. Yeah, it did. It made 12 million in the U.S. and 18 million internationally. So, Night of the Living Dead, the original, it's not too bad of a film. But would I recommend it? I'd say, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, if you really want to see a zombie film, then I'd say go for it. I haven't didn't like I said, I only saw the special colorized edition instead of the black and white edition, which that's what it originally was and what have you. But anyway, Night of the Living Dead from George A. Romero was pretty good. Now I will look into Dawn of the Dead for realsies, which you'll get a review of that on Halloween night as soon as I'm done with my live stream. Which, of course, I've changed my mind on what it's going to be. I'm going to watch Halloween 3 Season of the Witch for my Halloween live stream on Halloween night. Okay? So, what did you think of the original Night of the Living Dead? Now, if I happen to find the 1990 remake, I'll look into it. But for now, what did you think of the classic? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you the next episode of the Wide World of Game Shows with Secrets of the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House. Well, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, consider checking out these other zombifying films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Resident Evil, the final chapter. The upper right hand corner is my review of Dario Argento's Demons. Or go to the bottom left hand corner and see my review for my recent review for the underrated cult classic. Well, I think it's underrated cult classic of a sequel, The Return of the Living Dead Part 2. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.